we've got a battle of flyers to start our AA action this afternoon. Little Falls coming in with a record of 22-1. Representing the Central Lakes first, and they're, of course, going against Hopkins Lindbergh, which also has a season record 21 wins as opposed to 1 defeat. There is Hopkins Lindbergh, and on the opposite side, the Flyers also of Little Falls. Julie Pearl, the longtime voice of the High School Athletic League, is standing by with the introduction of the starting lineup. So let's go across the way now to Julie Pearl. Julie?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups to be introduced alternately, starting with Hopkins Lindbergh. At the forward, number 21, Julie Sproul. Our Little Falls, number 31, Peggy Urbanski. Number 22, Sally Cam. Number 43, Betty Spillum. At center, number 53, Julie Grimm. Number 53, Leanne Grosso. At guard, number 20, Amy Poggle. Number 21, Tina Keller. Number 24, Sue Krumtovich. Number 45, Mary Boson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Little Falls Band, directed by Dwight Nelson, will lead us in our national anthem.
Set to get this AA contest underway. At the Met Center, there are officials. On the left side, that's Gerald Dobert out of Detroit Lakes. And our female official, Rebecca Schmeeding. She hails from Rochester. And any last-second comments before we get the Battle of the Flyers underway?
Well, I look out at the jump ball situation and see Julie Grimm 5 inches taller than Grosso, and that's going to be certainly a problem to contend with.
Dressed in white, Hopkins Lindbergh, and in the purple, that's Little Falls. Little Falls with the ball, that's Tina Keller. Tina Keller will set up top of the circle. Mary Vosen in the corner, back to Urbanski. They work it on the inside to Grosso. She was stuffed there by 53, Grimm, and a foul called underneath.
Right away we see Julie Grimm's presence. She got her hand on the first shot of the game and forced the foul on Little Falls.
Foul was on Mary Vosen, number 45. Her first team foul. Krupetich getting it ahead now to Amy Poggle. Poggle on the left side to Sproul, working it on the inside, back to Powell. Shot won't go, and Grimm and Grosso get it tied up underneath, and they'll jump.
Again, Julie Grimm's size. Grosso was inside of her, had the position, but she just reached up over and was able to tie it up.
batted ahead by Keller. Keller going to the bucket. Krumpetich trails, and Keller scores. First bucket of the ball game. Now Hopkins, Lindbergh. Battling Little Falls here, getting it across the 10-second line. That's Amy Poggle, watched by Carol Vosen. Poggle will take it on the right side. Off to Sproul in the corner. Sproul watched by Urbanski. Trying to loop it in to Julie Grimm. Goes on Julie's fingertips out of bounds, and the turnover gives the ball back to Little Falls.
I think one thing that's happening to Lindbergh right now, they just need to slow it down a little bit because they're getting an awful lot of pressure from the Little Falls defense.
Little Falls now on offense. Phillum on the right side. Into Grosso. Rebound taken down by Sproul. Ahead now to Poggle. Poggle goes past Keller. Continues down the right side. Shoots over two players and scores. Amy Poggle, who was held scoreless yesterday, doesn't wait long to get on the board this afternoon. We're tied at 2. It's Tina Keller. Off to Vosen. Back to Keller. To Urbanski on the left side. Vosen along the baseline. Cuts in, but runs into Grimm. Ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be played back in by Hopkins Lindbergh.
3 blocks for Julie Grimm in the
Helps
first
a jump ball.
minute and a half, and it's really difficult for Little Falls to get inside the zone.
Tip is controlled by Hopkins Lindbergh. Goes ahead now to Krumpetich. Krumpetich takes it to the bucket and scores. Sue Krumpetich. And Lindbergh on top of Little Falls, 4-2. Urbanski. Grosso puts it up over Grimm. No good. Sproul rebounds for Lindbergh. Out to Poggle. Poggle is cut off. Has the ball taken away by Tina Keller. Keller goes past Krumpetich and scores. Keller has 4 points. Tied at 4. That's Sally Cam. Off to Grimm. Back to Krumpetich. Back to Cam. Cam shoots over Spillum and scores.
Maybe her ankle is all 100% now. She looked pretty good on that shot.
Now here comes Little Falls with Tina Keller cutting across the 10-second line. Setting things up in the top of the circle. Off to Betty Spillum. Back to Keller. Carol Vosen along the baseline. Back for Spillum. And we're tied at 6. These clubs look pretty evenly matched.
2 contrasting styles. Lindbergh laying back in the zone and Little Falls pressure everywhere.
Shot by Sproul, no good. Grimm follows and scores.
I think that's one thing you're going to see over and over. If Julie gets the ball within a 5-foot radius of the basket, she's pretty well assured of getting 2 points.
Foul was on Spillum, her first, second team foul. Grimm goes to the line. Can pick up 3 points here. Grimm, Grimm completes her 3-point play. And it's 9-6 now in favor of Lindbergh. Betty Spillum off to Carol Vosen. Vosen puts it up. And we got a jump. I think if there's one area that I'd like to see some improvement in women's basketball, Chris, it would be a significant decrease of the number of jump balls.
Right. One thing that we don't do in women's basketball or girls basketball is go after the rebound, pull it down hard, and bust it out for a good outlet pass. And I think you're seeing that a lot today.
Now Betty Spillum will play it for Little Falls. They trail 9-6 to Lindbergh. First quarter action here at the Met. Vosen goes top of the circle, off to Urbanski. Back to Vosen. To Spillum. Tina Keller. Spillum had problems with the pass. Krumpetich picks it off. Ahead now to Poggle. Poggle with 2 Little Falls players back, goes down and scores. So Amy Poggle with 4 points. Bozen back for Little Falls. Off to Urbanski. To Keller. Back to Urbanski again. Looped into Grosso. Grosso stuffed by Grimm. And apparently fouled by Grimm.
Well, they have to keep challenging Julie Grimm because that's really the only way that they're going to make any progress here. There's the shot. You see her definite foul. She got her on the hand across the wrist, and it's only one foul on Julie Grimm, but if they keep going inside, they may get her in trouble.
You're probably going to see that a lot. The ball goes inside to Leanne. She usually fakes to one side and turns back into the middle for a short jump shot.
Grosso with the interesting free throw style. Has it steady now? First point of the game for Leanne Grosso, 11-7 in favor of Lindbergh. Poggle in the backcourt, bothered by Tina Keller. Now Bozen gets in. Keller, though, picked up a foul prior to that. Keller's third team foul on Little Falls. And the Flyers to play it in. That's Sue Krumpetich, 24. Tina Keller, 21. Off now to Poggle. Poggle goes the right side, working against Bozen. To Sproul. Sproul loops it into Grimm. 3-second violation. And so Little Falls will play it back in. 3:57 to go here, first quarter. 11-7 for Hopkins Lindbergh. Bill Murray, Minneapolis North to follow this one. Bozen didn't handle the pass cleanly. Out of bounds, played back in by Lindbergh.
Still no luck getting inside the zone, and the Hopkins-Lindbergh plan is obvious when they do get down and get a chance to set it up.
Oh, I'd like to see a replay of this one. Bozen picked up a blocking foul.
Here you see her drive right into Bozen, draw the charge. I think she moved her knee just a little bit there and got a blocking foul.
I don't know.
That one could have gone the other way, definitely.
Now the officials lucky that Al McGuire wasn't on the Bozen's bench. Krumpetich picked up the basket. Sue now has 4 points. Down the other way, and Keller scores.
Well, that time they got inside the zone. A good move to split the 2-point people, and Tina Keller is good inside.
Poggle now. 13-9 ball game for Hopkins Lindbergh. Off to Sproul. Julie Sproul. Her first bucket of the ball game. All 5 starters have now scored for Hopkins Lindbergh. They have a 6-point lead here in the early going. Grosso battling Grimm. Waits for Grimm to come down and scores. Grosso with 3. Into Sproul. 2:45 to go in the quarter. Krumpetich in the backcourt. Watched by Keller. Off now to Poggle. Poggle to Cam. Back to Poggle. Amy Poggle, homecoming queen at Hopkins Lindbergh with 6 points.
Great pass from Sally Cam that time. Bounce pass inside. Full stride. She put up the layup.
The Grosso-Grimm battle continues. Grosso with 5. Grosso being able to score despite the fact she doesn't have the height.
Right, she's doing a fine job. She's getting around Julie, being able to get a shot off or pass to the outside for an outside shot.
Little Falls setting up. They're down by 4. They've got 1:54 to go here first quarter.
That's what they need to do. They need to look to get some penetration from the outside to pull the defense out so they can eventually get the ball inside.
Lane violation. And so the turnover gives the ball back to Hopkins Lindbergh. To Krumpetich to play it in. 1:46 to play in the quarter. Getting pressure in the backcourt. Got to get something started here. Nice play by Keller, but Krumpetich gets it back again alertly. Moves across the 10-second line. Keller got a little close. I don't know.
Well, there wasn't much of a bump there. Keller did catch her.
It caused the walk, though.
Here comes the move, and there's Tina Keller bumping into her, and
they call traveling.
tripped over that, and travel was called. This is our highest scoring quarter of the tournament, I think. Both teams shooting well.
And Grosso doing well on the inside, although that one didn't go. Cam clears it off to Krumpetich, tied up by Keller.
I think that's one thing you're going to see over and over is Tina immediately goes for the ball no matter where it is, if it's an outlet pass or just a pass in the offense.
Chisholm and Bannock have checked into the Little Falls lineup. That's Bannock now, number 25, off to Keller. Back to Bannock, over to Spillum. Spillum to Keller. Keller shooting over Cam. Rebound taken down by Chisholm. Chisholm back to Bannock. Over to Keller. Into Grosso. Grosso again putting it over Grimm, and Grimm picks up a foul. Grimm is having problems with Grosso. Second foul on Grimm, second team foul.
Here you see Leanne come in. Julie makes contact right here on the arm. One thing Julie has to do is just let Leanne shoot over her because she's tall enough and she can intimidate her if she just puts her hand straight up and just let Leanne arch the ball over her. If she reaches over, she's going to just draw more fouls, and then she'll find herself out of the game.
Points for Grosso. You didn't see her yesterday, Jim. She'll go through the same routine.
I would think it would be tough to balance the ball up there to really...
Couple of bounces. Up in the air it goes. Catches it. Sets.
She has to be just right on that motion there. It's going to... No margin for error there. Well, it's a two-point game.
Grosso has been the offense for Little Falls. She has 7 points. Inside to Grimm. Now it's Grimm's turn. Grimm has 5. Back now to Keller. 37 seconds to play in the half. Little Falls down by 4. Off to Chisholm. To Bannock. Back to Chisholm. Back to Keller, top of the circle. To Spillum. Drew the foul. Grimm third team foul on Lindbergh.
I think one of you see her, Leanne fakes up in the air, looks for the drive. Julie just makes contact with her arm as she goes up for a shot.
You could see her doing everything she could to try to avoid picking up that foul, but she did reach over, and the Little Falls cheering section is responding.
Grosso 3 for 4 from the line. Leanne's got it steady. A 20.4 scoring average Grosso does. Her high game this year was 31, a 5'11" junior. Be at all surprised to see her back at the Met here next March. 8 for Grosso, and it's 19-16, a 3-point bulge of a team in white. That's Hopkins Lindbergh. Ball out of bounds, played back in by the Flyers. 16 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Comes into Poggle. Off to Krumpetich. Krumpetich in traffic. Puts it up, and a can opener, but it fell out. Jump ball. 7 seconds to play first quarter. Now we're going to get some substitutions for Hopkins Lindbergh. Sue Newer checks in the ball game. Got to hurry with 3 seconds. And there goes the horn. That is the end of the first quarter with a score. Lindbergh 19, Little Falls 16.
Now, the family-owned store in Little Falls with Morrison County's lowest prices. In the meat department, their chickens are so fresh they have to slap them twice a day. Specials this week include smoked picnic for 69 cents a pound. And a 6.5-ounce can of tuna is free with coupon. Check out the produce department for more great buys. That's Green's Red Owl of Little Falls.
The Pine Edge Inn in Little Falls is one of Minnesota's few genuine country inns. Located on the banks of the Mississippi, this unique inn specializes in small groups, seminars, workshops, board meetings, banquets, and social groups. And to complement their excellent meeting facilities, their dining room offers outstanding home-cooked food, leg of lamb, beef stroganoff, roast veal bourguignon, and much more. Friday nights are fish nights. Congratulations to the Flyerettes for their participation in the tournament from the Pine Edge Inn of Little Falls.
Psst. Hey, want to see the new Crestliner boats for 1980? Just step forward. That's it. Now take a closer look. These are just a few of the handsome new Crestliners this year. They are superior to ordinary boats in shape, strength, and life. The variety of models is fantastic, and because they're located next to the AMF Crestliner factory, Larson Motor can offer new Crestliners to you at unusually low prices. So stop in soon at Larson Motor Service Little Falls and find your Crestliner.
The First National Bank of Little Falls proudly congratulates the Little Falls Flyerettes on their participation in the tournament. First National Bank of Little Falls has complete banking services, including an auction service. They specialize in farm and household sales, having years of experience behind them to make your sales successful. See Urban Kapsner or Don Klinker about your particular banking needs at the First National Bank of Little Falls. Best wishes to the Flyerettes.
We're back at center, and it's a one-point lead now for Lindbergh. Some interesting statistics in the first half. Lindbergh shooting 9 for 14, 64% Little Falls, 6 for 12 for 50%. So both teams, Bob and Chris, starting out with very hot shooting.
Here it goes. She has 10 already. This time she's hot up and fouled by 22, Sally Cam. Her first fourth team foul on Lindbergh. All four have been trying to stop Grosso. 3 on Grimm, and now the first one on Cam.
Right, I think you're going to see that over and over. You're going to see it look to go in Leanne, so she can try to get to the inside shot because they've got the outside rebounds on the other side. Here you see Leanne come up.
Stefanski gets the rebound. Back into Grosso. Boy, they're really going to work in there. They're going to go right to her again, I bet. That's Mary Bozen in the corner, going to shoot over it. No good. Rebound grabbed down by Cam. And she hands off now to Krumpetich. Krumpetich for Hopkins Lindbergh. Across the 10-second line. Picked up there by Keller. Takes it on the left side. Dishing off to Cam. And the rebound taken down by Urbanski. Urbanski off to Keller. Here they come on the fast break. Now the defense gets set. Keller slows it down top of the circle. Right side for Betty Spillum. Off now to Carol Bozen. Bozen into Grosso. Grosso underneath. Put it up. No good. Rebound taken down by number 35. That would be Sue Dewar in the lineup. And she is tied up. Sue is 6'4", junior.
One thing that's happening with Little Falls right now is they're looking to force it inside Leanne. What they need to do is just get a little shooting from the outside. They'll open it back up inside.
Grimm sitting in the bench in foul problems. Krumpetich. Underneath and scoring with Sally Cam, and she was fouled. 4 points for Cam.
We'll have to look for Sally Cam to pick up some of the scoring slack, but she gets a beautiful feed here from Krumpetich. Open on the baseline, anticipating well and going straight up strong and drawing the foul and scoring.
That was on Betty Spillum, her second 15th foul. Sally Cam at the line with a chance to give her team a 4-point lead. Sally Cam has 5. Melby 35 is checking the lineup for Little Falls. Betty Spillum getting a rest. Tina Keller with the basketball out on the top of the circle. Going to shoot over. A little bit short. Taken down now by Krumpetich. Krumpetich has a kick by her own teammate Cam. Cam picks it up. Takes it to the bucket and scores. Cam to the 7th. Now Keller back to the top of the circle again. 5:35 to play here in the half. On now to Urbanski. Inside to Grosso. Grosso having problems holding on to the ball. Now we're finally going to get a shot as Cam ties up.
A real bonus for Lindbergh here, being able to stay ahead and even extend the 1
He works the left side. Keller into Grosso. Ball knocked loose. Picked off by Cam. Ahead out crosses it. Here's up Hopkins Lindbergh. Off by Rosen. And Covenant scores. Nice play. 6 for Covenant.
Still not finding it that easy to get the ball into Leanne Grosso. With Julie Grimm on the bench.
Sure trying, though, aren't they? Betsy shot is short. Grabs it off underneath. Take it away. And will jump. As they tie it up to the door. Let's see who will jump for Little Falls. Miller is a 6-foot junior. And Leanne Grosso, who's a 5'11 junior, will jump for Little Falls. 4:08 to play in the half. Played back in by Hopkins Lindbergh. Hopkins Lindbergh with a 6-point lead. Rubenich. And now Sally Cam will bring the ball up the floor. Loose. Selby came up with it off to the Rosen. Rosen got to the dribble a little high, turned it over. Now the turnover gives the ball back to Hopkins Lindbergh. 3:39 to play in the half. Hopkins Lindbergh 26. And Little Falls 20. Our second game today, Hillary and Minneapolis North. Tonight we'll have East Shane, Albany, Austin, Pacelli, and New York Mills. And what can we look forward to, Jim, for May action?
Well, there's some great teams over there. Of course, Albany with great balance. And East Shane, 6'2", 6'1", 5'11", across the front is going to give them a lot of problems. We know about New York Mills, and Austin Pacelli show great balance. It should be a great night.
Pretty good afternoon, too. Keller takes the point. Tina Keller has 8 points. Little Falls has a total of 22 points, 8 by Keller, 12 by Grosso. The 20 of the 22 points have come from 2 players. Betty Stoll has the other 2.
A little bit out of Crumpet's range there. There was a shot going up, and the battle for the rebound, and Leanne went over the back that time.
Grosso's first foul going to the line will be Sue Newer. 6-foot junior who's boarding the shoots. We'll have a timeout here on the floor. 3:06. Up to go here first half with the score. Hopkins Lindbergh 26, Little Falls 22.
The hug of protection this winter from Crandall Home Improvement. Squeeze the most out of your insulating dollar with Polar Foam or cellulose insulation. Water repellent and a Class A building material, Polar Foam will keep your home comfortable all year long. Ask Crandall about attic vents and blow-in cellulose insulation for ceilings and walls. They'll give you free estimates on all work. Call them soon. Crandall Home Improvement in Long Prairie, Park Rapids, and Bemidji.
These days, Americans want good mileage and good value, and Ford's doing something about it. During Ford's Fuel Economy Celebration, make your best deal on a new 1980 Thunderbird, and Ford will send you a check for $500. Buy a high-mileage new Fairmont and get $300. Just take delivery by March 22nd. Ford's really putting its money where the mileage is.
Harold.
Where the mileage is.
Dillon back with Chris Howell and Bob Kurtz at Met Center, 26-22. Lindbergh holding a 4-point advantage over Little Falls and going to the free throw line. And Chris, I'm surprised that they've really stayed ahead with Julie Grimm on the bench.
For one thing, Lindbergh has gone. They've gone to a running game. They're getting a lot of boards, coming down fast and getting the shot up pretty quick. And it's not giving Little Falls enough chance to get back on defense. What they're doing is playing very aggressive defense, so they're just running a lot of back doors and getting some layups inside.
I'll tell you one thing Hopkins Lindbergh is doing. They're getting balanced scoring. All 6 players that they have played in this ball game have scored for them. And again, all but 2 of the points scored by Little Falls have come from just 2 different people. Either Keller outside or Grosso inside. 3 minutes even now remaining here, first half. 27-22. Hopkins Lindbergh by 5. Go inside to Grosso again. Grosso over Neuer, won't go. Rebound goes out of bounds. I believe that one went off Melanie Melby. That'll be played back in by Hopkins Lindbergh. Krumpetich trying to get it in. Clock is running. Finally gets it up. She didn't do it in time. And so Little Falls has the ball.
Little Falls does really well. They do put a lot of pressure on the inbound pass, and the person's trying to receive the ball, and there they got the 5-second call.
Melby playing it back out for Bannock. Back for Melby. Back for Bannock. Working it around that zone, and right square in the middle there is 53 Grosso, and that's where they want the ball to go. And that's where Little Falls does not want it to go.
As you can see by looking, Leanne has 3 players on defensive players on her most of the time, so what they need to do is look to shoot outside, draw that defense out, and it'll open it up inside for Leanne.
A lane violation called that time. They got it in, but Grosso, you see all 3 players just collapse on her as soon as she got the ball. And she missed the shot. Again, Little Falls turns it over as they step over the line. Look at that.
There's just too much traffic in there for Leanne to try and drive with the ball.
1, 2, 3, 4 white shirts around her.
She may be able to turn around and get a shot off, but to drive is going to be a tall order against that zone.
Urbanski was fouled, and the foul will be on Cam, 22. That's Cam's second, 15th foul. It's 1-and-1 time.
And there you saw Peggy driving, and that's her shot. She's a good driver. She drives in, picks up the foul. She had about 12 points yesterday, and they were all off driving layups. And we're playing the zone today. She hasn't been able to get very many drives.
Urbanski goes to the line. She averages 11-5. Has not scored in this ball game. Missed that shot. Rebound is grabbed by Sproul. Shows good aggression there, swinging it around and keeping it free. Sally Cam. Rebound taken down by Urbanski. Off now to Tina Keller. 2 minutes to play in the half. Little Falls with the ball, down by 5. Off to Bannock. Bannock again over to Keller. Tina Keller. Melanie Melby. Marie Bannock puts it up and scores.
That's the first we've heard from Marie Bannock. As you mentioned, Little Falls offensive load being carried by Grosso and Keller.
Sue Neuer. Sue Neuer with 3.
She's done a real fine job replacing Julie Grimm.
29-24 for Hopkins Lindbergh. Again, they set up that very fine zone with Grosso isolated in the middle. Keller shoots over the zone. No good. Rebound off to Julie Sproul. Urbanski off to Keller. Bombs away for Tina Keller. Rebound taken down by Neuer. Neuer gets it off to Krumpetich. Krumpetich hands it back to Urbanski. Urbanski takes it in. That won't go. Grosso grabs the rebound and scores. Grosso has 14 points.
When they saw Krumpetich was in trouble, they had 5 players inside the free throw line trying to stop her, and they did.
Right back for Julie Sproul, and Sproul has 4. Rebound is taken down underneath, but the horn goes, and that is the end of the first half with the score Lindbergh 31, Little Falls 26.
There are so many ways to save today. So why not let a specialist at Community Federal of Little Falls set up the right program for you? Community Federal offers certificates paying maximum interest. Short-term or long-term certificates are available depending on your needs. So let one of their specialists help you get the right mix. Community Federal Savings and Loan, Little Falls, Onamia, and Malacca. If you've been looking for the perfect mid-size car and haven't checked Dick Youngberg Chevrolet Buick, you could be blowing one heck of a deal. You can get a 1980 Impala 4-door with V6, automatic, power steering, and power brakes, all for only $57.88. A family car with good fuel economy and only $57.88. So why just take any deal when you can get one heck of a deal at Dick Youngberg Chevrolet Buick in Little Falls?
Roberts, Chris Howell, Jim Gilliland, Tom Greenhoe back with you here at the Met Center in Bloomington. We're at halftime with the score Hopkins Lindbergh 31 and Little Falls 26. The scoring unofficially thus far. First of all, for Hopkins Lindbergh, Julie Sproul has a total of 4 points. We've got Sally Camp. She has 5. Julie Grimm has 7. Amy Poggle has a total of 6 points. And Sue Krupetich has 6. Sue Newer 3, the only one in foul trouble. We've been talking about since the top of the broadcast. Julie Grimm picked up 3 personal fouls early in the first half and spent much of the first half on the bench. For the Flyers of Little Falls, Peggy Urbanski has been held scoreless. Betty Spillum has a total of 2 points. Leanne Grosso has 14. Tina Keller has 8. Mary Vosen has been held scoreless. And Marie Bannock has a total of 2 points. And I think the strategy of Little Falls has been evident the whole game long. That's to get the ball to Grosso.
But they're going to have to come up with a little bit more from the outside, I would think, Chris, because she can't do it alone in there, and she's just not getting that many good chances. Her shots that she's taken and been able to make have been real good shots on her part. When she tries to drive, they're just collapsing on her because the other players aren't helping her out in the scoring column that much.
Right, one thing that they need to do is they need to get Tina and Peggy, both of them need to shoot a little more. Peggy's a good outside shooter, Tina is too. She's at the top of the key against the 2-1-2 zone. What she needs to do is just penetrate in, look to take her shot so they can pull the defense out a little bit and open it up inside.
That's what interests me so much about the whole thing is the fact that yesterday Urbanski had 13 points in the victory over Proctor and Keller had 15. So they do have the outside shooters, but they've totally ignored them.
Yesterday, Peggy was playing against a man defense, which allowed her to drive a lot, and a lot of those points came off the drives, and now she's not being able to drive because the defense is sagging back in the key.
Should mention that we're watching the Lindbergh dance line while we discuss the halftime here. We can pass along some consolation scores for you. First of all, in Class A this morning, they played here at Met Center. Nicollet topped Moose Lake 48-32, so Moose Lake came in unbeaten, and unfortunately for them, dropped both games. It was Kirkhope and Murdoch-Sunburg, a winner over Warren, 48-31, so they will now meet Nicollet for the consolation championship. We'll have the Class AA consolation scores for you in a moment. This is the 1980 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament.
Lighten up your home's interior during the Sunshine Sale at Morrison County Carpet, Little Falls. Through the month of March, you'll find savings of up to 20% on all carpets and vinyl floor coverings. Plus, you can save up to 20% on all window treatments and wall coverings. Stewart paints are another way to save. Prices start at only $6.95. Sunshine savings from Morrison County Carpet, 111 West Broadway, Little Falls.
The Lullaby Shop, downtown Little Falls, is a great shop for new grandmas. Outfit the entire nursery. You'll find complete selections of nursery furniture, infant furniture, everything the baby and new mother needs. If you're looking for a unique gift item, be sure to see the Rabbit Redford and Running Bear stuffed animals. The Lullaby Shop offers a huge selection of quality stuffed animals and gifts for those new arrivals. The Lullaby Shop, located under the theater marquee, downtown Little Falls.
Green's Red Owl, the family-owned store in Little Falls, with Morrison County's lowest prices. In the meat department, their chickens are so fresh they have to slap them twice a day. Specials this week include smoked picnics for 69 cents a pound. And a 6.5-ounce can of tuna is free with coupon. Check out the produce department for more great buys. That's Green's Red Owl of Little Falls.
Back center, Jim Gilliland, Bob Kurtz, Chris Howell, and we're at halftime of our first Class AA semifinal game. It is 31-26, Hopkins Lindbergh holding the lead over Little Falls. This morning in consolation series play, Woodbury and Mankato East, two teams that came into the tournament unbeaten, went at it, and Mankato East came away a winner 42-27. These games were played at Normandale Community College this morning. And in the other matchup, Proctor, in a close battle, won from Burnsville 35-32. So it will be Proctor against Mankato East for the consolation title tomorrow morning at 10:15 here at the Met Center. And speaking of Proctor, the Rails lost 6 games during the year, but have come on strong here in the tournament. They're now 1-1, and we have a special look at the high school Proctor.
Proctor, a community of 3,380 people, is situated on top of the hills overlooking the city of Duluth, just north of the Spears Mountain Ski Facility. Since the early part of the century, Proctor has been known as a railroad town. Its railroading heritage is still evident in the team's name, the Rails. The Duluth-Mesabi and Iron Range Railroad, with its large repair and maintenance facilities, is the largest employer in the city. The DM and IR is the vital link between the Iron Range taconite plants and the shipping facilities in the port of Duluth. School District 704, however, is largely rural in nature. Over 80% of the 635 high school students are bused to school each day. The district ranks as one of the largest in the state, covering approximately 150 square miles. Proctor High School's first graduating class was in 1912. The junior-senior high school complex now covers nearly a city block. There are 2 elementary schools in Proctor and 3 in the outlying countryside. Proctor High School offers its students many types of extracurricular activities for their enjoyment, including a strong music department, drama, declamation, and language club. A wide range of team sports is offered to both boys and girls. Shop courses and vocational training through a work-study program are provided for interested students. Many students also participate in clubs, such as Future Homemakers of America, Students Active in Education, Distributive Education Club of American and Young Life. Proctor students also excel in academic areas. For example, Proctor High School graduates have won many scholarships based on academic achievements. This standard of excellence is evident in the efforts of the Rails girls basketball team this year. Congratulations to the girls, coaches, and fans for a successful year.
Well, look at Proctor, champions of Region 7 AA. The 1980 Minnesota State High School basketball tournament will continue after station identification.
First Little Falls proudly congratulates the Little Falls Flyerettes on their participation in the tournament. First National Bank of Little Falls has complete banking services, including an auction service. They specialize in farm and household sales, having years of experience behind them to make your sales successful. See Urban Kapsner or Don Klinker about your particular banking needs at the First National Bank of Little Falls. Best wishes to the Flyerettes.
Take it. In a Crestliner Fishhawk, you're ready to tackle anything.
I got it, Butch.
It comes standard with features that aren't standard elsewhere, like an electrical control panel.
I'm taking him alone. Hit the lights, Butch.
Fishhawk's welded seams are guaranteed 20 years.
It's a keeper, huh?
Buy your Fishhawk with options you're in love with or at a price you can live with.
We got our limit again, eh, Butch?
Larson Motor Service, right next to the AMF Crestliner and Larson factories in Little Falls. There's a never-ending fascination in the lives of the creatures of the wild. Join Marlon Perkins for Wild Kingdom tonight at 6:30 here on Channel 7, KCMT Television, Alexandria.
Now we return you to the Met Center and the girls' Minnesota State High School basketball tournament.
Back at the Met Center, 31-26 Hopkins Lindbergh with a halftime lead over Little Falls. And we have some statistics to glance at for you. Chris, both teams continue to shoot well, 56% for Lindbergh and 55% for Little Falls. Not much to choose from there. It looks like maybe a little bit of difference in the turnover department, but Lindbergh, despite having more turnovers, finds themselves in a 5-point lead. So what do you see as the difference here?
I think Sununu, who replaced Julie Grimm, did a fine job on defense on Leon Grosso.
Grosso with 14 points, as you say, playing a fine inside game, and Tina Keller with 8, but that's pretty much below 22 of the 26 points. You said that they shot well from outside yesterday, and they need to do that again today. It's fairly evident here in the second half. So we'll we'll be back to see how things come out in this first AA game in just a moment. This is the 1980 Minnesota State High School basketball tournament.
In Little Falls is one of Minnesota's few genuine country inns. Located on the banks of the Mississippi, this unique inn specializes in small groups, seminars, workshops, board meetings, banquets, and social groups. And to complement their excellent meeting facilities, their dining room offers outstanding home-cooked food, leg of lamb, beef stroganoff, roast veal bourguignon, and much more. Friday nights are fish nights. Congratulations to the Flyrettes for their participation in the tournament from the Pine Edge Inn of Little Falls. Surround your home with a hug of protection this winter from Crandall Home Improvement. Squeeze the most out of your insulating dollar with Foam or cellulose insulation. Water repellent and a Class A building material, Foam will keep your home comfortable all year long. Ask Crandall about attic vents and blow-in cellulose insulation for ceilings and walls. They'll give you free estimates on all work. Call them too. Crandall Home Improvement in Long Prairie, Park Rapids, and Bemidji.
Down before the start of the second half, and again, Hopkins Lindbergh, the home team, Little Falls, and one of these two will move into the Class AA championship game, our final game tomorrow night, and Little Falls is going to have to get that outside shooting if they're going to have a chance at it.
Now we'll see what they can muster as we get done to start the second half of play. Again, Hillsbury, Minneapolis North, they go at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and then we move into single A competition tonight at 7 across the station. East Shane and Albany and Austin Pacelli and New York Mills, and that ought to be a dandy. Pacelli handled Warren easily yesterday, 64-39. New York Mills running away from Kirkhope and Murdoch-Sunburg, 65-40. And you were out at the St. Paul Civic Center, Jimmy, and you saw another episode, another chapter in the Janet Carmen story.
Well, she shoots so well that when you give her the one step that she likes to take, it's over. She's going to score. And Kim Salty does a remarkable job. They work together now. This would be their fourth state tournament together, fourth year as starters together, and Salty goes with Janet is all the time, gets to the ball in a good position to shoot. But they will be tested tonight by Austin Pacelli, no doubt about that.
Well, a battle of 53s again, and white Julie Grimm back in the ball game. Leon Grosso in the purple. Here come the purple people leaders. They trail in the ball game, and they're going to get something going from the outside. They're down by 5, off to Tina Keller. It's a good way to start. Shot doesn't go, though. Grimm grabs the rebound. Clears off now to Sally Cam. Sally Cam across the 10-second line to Amy Poggle. Poggle goes on the left side. Off for Cam. Rebound is grabbed by Poggle. Poggle puts it up. That's no good. Rebound goes to Julie Sproul, and she scores. That's 6 points for Julie Sproul as they pounded the offensive boards that time. And have stretched their lead up to 7. Off to Betty Spillum, to Carol Vosen, back to Spillum, in the corner now to Keller. And just working around that zone. Very tight zone. Spillum shoots over, that's short. Spoggle had the rebound, goes out of bounds off Julie, and so it'll be played back in by Little Falls.
As you can see by that last set, they've moved Tina Keller out to a wing spot. They're trying to get a little more offense from her. But one thing that they're going to be short of is a rebounding power inside.
Urbanski tries her luck, and Peggy cans it. First 2 points of the ball game for Peggy Urbanski. They got to get some scoring from her. They're starting to get it here in the second half. 5-point differential. Pass going ahead now. Julie Sproul shooting over Carol Vosen. And Sproul has 8, including all 4 Hopkins-Lindbergh points here in the third quarter. 35-28 for Hopkins-Lindbergh. Both teams nicknamed the Flyers. Into Leanne Grosso. She has 16. Grimm had a layoff defensively. Problems in the backcourt. And a foul will be called, and a good one, on Sue Krempetich, because had she not fouled, there would have been a 3-on-0 on the basket.
Right. Here you see Peggy come in, steal the pass. See her reaching to get fouled.
No doubt about that one.
She was the last line of defense, too.
The Little Falls press is bothering Hopkins-Lindbergh. When they do break the press, however, they're finding 2-on-1, 3-on-1 situations at the other end, and that's what they want to do.
Bad pass into Grosso will have a jump.
What you're seeing is that they're bouncing the pass into Leanne to try to get it inside because they can't get it over the defense. So as soon as they see the ball go down to the floor, the whole defense collapsed in there, and they just tied it up.
Controlled by Little Falls. Off to Betty Spillum now. Betty Spillum to Tina Keller, to Carol Vosen, to Peggy Urbanski, working it around the zone. Leon Grosso's on the inside. That's where they want the ball to go, although Urbanski will take the shot over. No good. Urbanski grabs the rebound. Good hustle. Peggy puts it up again. This time Krumpetich takes the rebound. Works against Keller across the 10-second line. Off now to Poggle. Back to Krumpetich, to Sally Cam. Sally Cam inside the Grimm, taken away by Grosso.
Saw a little different defense with Little Falls. They've gone now to a 1-3-1 defense.
Urbanski back to Vosen, to Spillum on the right side. Keller in the corner. You can see the lone purple shirt inside that zone, and they're having a tough time getting it into her. Bombs away that time from the outside as Keller hits. That's a 10 points for Keller. 35-32, a 3-point lead now for Hopkins Lindbergh. Underneath the Grimm. Can't give her that shot. Grimm has 9.
A nice pass from Sally Cam, but she took a hard spill after getting the ball off. Again, they beat the press up the floor. 2-on-1 situation, and she was able to get it ahead to Julie Grimm. Problem with the net at the other end. It's going to be fixed before Little Falls can inbound. I think it'll be fixed. That is.
Everybody having fun here at the Met. Especially the teams that are going to win.
The girls seem, in general, to me, to have more fun than the boys' tournament.
I go along with that.
Yeah.
They seem to enjoy the total experience more rather than just putting the emphasis on winning. That spilled in from the outside. 4 points now for Betty Spillum. 37-34. Favor of Hopkins Lindbergh. Sally Cam. Back to Amy Poggle. Underneath the Grimm. Yesterday, she was having trouble hitting those shots after they got the ball in. Not so today. She has 11 points. She had 16 yesterday. You wouldn't know she had that much problem against Burnsville. She had a lot of layups that wouldn't go. They're going this afternoon. Tina Keller. Air ball grabbed by Sproul. Sproul ahead now to Poggle. 4:05 to play here, third quarter. 39-34 for Hopkins Lindbergh. Back to Poggle. Off now to Cam. Sally Cam, 7 points. First bucket here in the second half. Good ball game.
Every time you think Little Falls is going to come back and tie it up, Lindbergh will get a couple of baskets to pull away again. 7-point lead right now.
Vosen over Sproul. Bucket of the ball game for Mary Vosen. Amy Poggle getting pressure from Betty Spillum. Now picked up by Leon Grosso, now drops back in the zone. Poggle shoots over and scores.
Good shooting. Tremendous shooting in this ball game. Both teams at 55 and 56% in the first half, and it's just continuing here in the second.
Carol Vosen. She has 4. They're getting the outside shooting now.
Right they are, and the defense is starting to pull out a little bit, which is going to open it up inside for Leanne.
Cam goes down the left side, flies to the bucket, shot short, rebounded by Urbanski. Inside to Grosso.
What a mess. 4 people collapsed on her.
Krumpetich. Foul called. Foul will be on Tina Keller.
Now, when Krumpetich makes up her mind to go to the basket, she does just that.
And we got a timeout called on the floor. 2:15 to go here, third quarter, with a score 43 for Hopkins Lindbergh and 38 for Little Falls.
The March is sunshine. sunshine sale time at Morrison Candy Carpet. Brighten up your home and save. Top quality Stewart paints are now at very affordable prices. Only $6.95 to $10.95 for white, and Stewart's exciting custom tints are also available at additional cost. Along with Stewart paints, you can save on floor coverings, window dressings, and wall coverings. The Sunshine Sale at Morrison Candy Carpet, 111 West Broadway, Little Falls. A pass card account at Community Federal of Little Falls lets you save and withdraw any amount anytime. So it's the other way building emergency cash reserve, earning a generous 5.5% yearly compounded daily. You can also use your pass card account to accumulate sufficient funds for transfer to certificates, where you'll gain even higher interest rates. An insured, safe program from Community Federal Savings and Loan of Little Falls, member FSLIC.
Back at center, and that's the name of the game. Basketball, 43-38. Hopkins Lindbergh clean to that same margin they had at halftime. 5 points, 2:15 to go in the third quarter. There's the Little Falls bench. Only one team foul each so far in this half.
Confidence was good on the line. She has 6 points for the afternoon, all of them coming in the first half. She is shooting 2. Well-played ball game. I think this has been the easiest game to broadcast in the tournament, which is probably the best played I've seen.
It's flowing very well as far as officiating. There's not been very many mistakes between both teams. They're scoring well. They're playing good defense.
And it's a lot more fun when they shoot well. The ball goes in the hoop. It's exciting. Still looking for Grosso in there and having trouble. They're trying to pick up that fourth foul on Julie Grimm, too.
Discipline on offense. Urbanski finally shoots over the zone. Air ball. Foul grabs it off. And so there's a discipline on offense. We have air ball. Now Poggle comes back into the foot. Comes loose. Picked up by Tina Keller. We got a foul call. Poggle picked a foul. That's Amy's second team foul against Hopkins Lindbergh here in the second half.
And that's what you mean by enjoying the game. She's smiling. She knows that she was frustrated after losing the ball.
It was a short one in the middle, though.
Tried to reach in quickly. There was the tail end of the play and the foul on Poggle.
One thing Little Falls still needs to do is get an outside shooting. The defense is staying all the way into the lane. All they need to do is pass the ball around the field first, and they must be able to shoot the ball.
Grosso got the shot. That one didn't go for her, though. Goes on a foul. And a foul is called underneath, I believe, on Grimm. And Grimm has a foul. 13th foul on Hopkins Lindbergh.
That brings a big roar from the Little Falls cheering section. Grosso slid underneath her there on the baseline, got inside the position, and Julie went over the top.
Urbanski. Rebound taken down by Cam. Goes out of bounds off move. That wasn't off Crumpton. If I thought it was off Crumpton, we're a long way away. Hopkins Lindbergh will play it in. 1:05 to play here, third quarter. Hopkins Lindbergh has gone all the way. It is now 45-38. Keller picked up the foul. That is her second team foul.
Probably fouled her because they really had the play in the backcourt. They had her trapped a little bit. And Tina trying to prevent the pass, slapped across the arm.
Amy Poggle. Julie's foul. Into Julie Grimm. Layup doesn't go. Grosso rebound for Little Falls. On out of Tina Keller. He popped from 18. Keller has 12.
Charlie Camp took another spill there. She's having a rough afternoon. Hitting the deck a lot of times.
Grimm. And we'll jump it. How many times have we had the same format that we've been broadcasting out here in the background where one team has led the entire way, but the other team, despite trailing, is always in the ballgame. On a couple of occasions, it's gone to win.
Yes, that's true. One thing that's happening when you are down, you tend to the other team with a lot of pressure on. They just start control. And let's reverse the score.
Sally Cam again taking a spill there after that play and rubbing her right elbow a little bit. She's going to take a rest.
And Tammy Holker came in the ball game to replace her. Holker is a 5'6" junior. She has played quite a bit here in the tournament. It is controlled by the Flyers off to Julie Sproul. Turnaround. And a foul call, I believe, on Grimm. That is number 5. So Julie Grimm has fouled the ball game. 14 foul here on Hopkins Lindbergh. And perhaps we get another look at that.
And Julie's really upset with herself. That one I would think would be the most questionable of the ones that we've seen on her. Again, because she's taller than everybody else, she knows she can reach higher and has a tendency to do more reaching. And just
went for the ball. Looked like she got a piece of the body, but it looked like she was going straight for the ball.
She's really disappointed on the sideline over there. You saw a shot of her a moment ago. But you could see even play the way they did in the first half when she had to sit out why Lindbergh will be in this game to the end.
And it goes right away. Back on out of Bozen. Bozen dishing off for Eddie Phillip. Hop loose. Picked off. Now we got a jump ball. And we lost the horn. We have an injured girl on the floor. While they attend to her, we'll tell you that is the end of the third quarter with the score. Hopkins Lindbergh 45 and Little Falls 40.
If one shot for your new Chevy pickup at Dick Youngberg Chevrolet Buick Little Falls, you could be blowing one heck of a deal. A 1980 Chevy Fleetside pickup, a half-ton with 6-cylinder 3-speed, can be yours for only $46.88. That's right, only $46.88. Or let Gene show you the nice selection of medium-duty trucks available. Don't just settle for any deal when you can get one heck of a deal at Dick Youngberg Chevrolet Buick Little Falls.
Feel as pretty as you look in spring sportswear and dresses from Loretta's in Little Falls. Pick out a pretty Easter outfit and use spring coat, purse, and accessories. Choose from such brand names as Dalton, James Kenrobe, Bliley, Malia, and Corette of California. For quality and selection, shop for your new spring wardrobe now. New selections being received daily at Loretta's in Little Falls.
Here you see Sue. She's going after the ball. She's reaching for the ball, and you'll see her turn her left foot ankle right here. This next step, she just turns it.
There it goes.
Turns her ankle under right there. They're still attending to her out here on the floor.
Sally Cam, who injured her elbow, will check in for her. I don't think we will see Krumpetich again.
No, I don't think so. It was an inversion sprain, which is a very serious sprain, much more serious than a sprain on the outside of the ankle. Attending to her is Leo Wallenberg. She's a trainer for the University of Minnesota.
She's standing on it now. I don't know if that's such a good idea, but she seems to be all right. If they win this game, I would think maybe they'll make every effort to get Sue back in there for the championship, and if not, if they're playing for third place, why maybe not. There was this turn again. You could see her left ankle just snap in there at a very bad angle, and that does not feel good.
So Lindbergh has its back up against the wall here in the fourth quarter, despite the fact they go into the fourth quarter with a 5-point lead. They have two starters out of there, Chris. What do you do, sit on it a bit?
Well, I would hold the ball a little bit, really control the offense. Just go back, sit in their zone, cover up Leanne inside, and make them shoot from outside. Those aren't the percentage shots. That's really not the shots that Little Falls wants to be taking. So that's what you need to do on defense, is force them a little bit out of their offense.
Both teams came up with 14 points in the fourth quarter, or the third quarter. So it's still a 5-point differential as we start quarter number 4. This is it. The winner advances to the championship game. And off the tip, it's controlled by Little Falls to Carol Vosen. Vosen goes top of the circle with it on the left side now to Urbanski. Watched by Poggle. Works it inside to Grosso. Grosso shoots over Neuer and scores. Grosso has 18. We're down to 3 points.
Fantastic move by Grosso again inside. She has 3 or 4 baskets that way. Just a nice step and the half-hook shot right in.
Hammy Holker up the left side. Picked up by Keller. Hammy Holker on her way to the basket. Goes past Urbanski. Couldn't draw the foul. Grosso grabs the rebound. First off now to Mary Vosen. Vosen goes top of the circle with it. Off to Urbanski. Urbanski to Keller. Watched by Sproul. Inside to Grosso. Grosso gets the shot up. Won't go. Rebound grabbed by Amy Poggle. Tied up by Urbanski. Now we've got the jump. And you see what Chris was talking about. Poggle got the rebound and put it right down around stomach area and made it easy for the defensive player to tie it up.
Yes, that's one thing that the girls must learn how to do is get the ball, bring it right to their chest, and immediately outlet the ball.
Off to Bozen. Bozen along the baseline, puts it up. Rebound taken down, put up and in. Well, Grasso has 20 points. Trying to determine whether the pronunciation is Grosso or Grasso. The coach told us Grosso at the... now we're going with Grasso. So Leanne Grasso has 20. Inside to Holker. Saved over there, but not before a travel. And so Hopkins Lindbergh will play it back in. 6 minutes and 37 seconds left to play here in the ball game. 45-44 for Hopkins Lindbergh.
Sally Cam had to come back in the game, sore elbow or not, with the other two leading scorers out with fouls and injuries.
And with both of Lindbergh's starters out, Little Falls gone back to their man defense. They're putting a lot of pressure all over on the offense and the defense.
We got a timeout on the floor now with 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the ball game. 45 for Hopkins Lindbergh, 44 for Little Falls.
Edge Inn in Little Falls is one of Minnesota's few genuine country inns. Located on the banks of the Mississippi, this unique inn specializes in small groups, seminars, workshops, board meetings, banquets, and social groups. And to complement their excellent meeting facilities, their dining room offers outstanding home-cooked food, leg of lamb, beef stroganoff, roast veal bourguignon, and much more. Friday nights are fish nights. Congratulations to the Flyerettes for their participation in the tournament from the Pine Edge Inn of Little Falls.
Green's Red Owl, the family-owned store in Little Falls, with Morrison County's lowest prices. In the meat department, their chickens are so fresh they have to slap them twice a day. Specials this week include smoked picnics for 69 cents a pound. And a 6.5-ounce can of tuna is free with coupon. Check out the produce department for more great buys. That's Green's Red Owl of Little Falls.
We do have enthusiasm here at the Met Center. Good luck Little Falls sign there. Spider power.
Little Falls plays it in. They could use a bucket. Cam puts it up and scores. So Cam has 9. 47-44. 3-point lead for Hopkins Lindbergh. Into Keller now. Off to Betty Spillum. Into Grasso. Grasso shooting. Shot is short, but she was fouled by Cam, 22. Cam's third foul, 15th foul against Hopkins Lindbergh. Here's Gary Kuhl. And Pat Anderson.
That's really going to hurt since it's their 15th foul, so that means every time they foul now, they'll be going to the line for a 1-and-1. Little Falls is not really in foul trouble. They only have 2 fouls, so they'll be able to put a lot of pressure, pressing in, playing defense.
Grasso is shooting 2. She now has 21 to go with the 10 she had yesterday. Making a big bid for our all-tournament team. She can make it a 1-point ball game again. As it goes, Sproul rebounds for Hopkins Lindbergh. Off on the left side now to Sally Cam. Cam puts it up. Rebound Urbanski taken away underneath. Newer put it up. No good. Out of bounds. Which way?
I think they're going to have a jump ball here.
When in doubt, jump. Newer 35. Peggy Urbanski is 31. Tip control by Little Falls. They can tie it. This trip down the floor. They have trailed the whole game. 5:45 to go. Betty Spillum off to Carol Vosen. Back for Spillum. Spillum's shot is short. Rebounded by Cam. Clears ahead to Hoker. Hoker ahead to Poggle. Picked up now by Sproul. Sproul was cut off on a nice defensive play there by Tina Keller. We're going to jump. Keller got in her way and cut her off on the way to the bucket.
Well, tremendous intensity here, as you would expect in a 2-point ball game in the state semifinals. Coach Pat Anderson of Lindbergh talking to Sue Crumpetich, who's now walking up and down behind the bench, trying to...
Off to Sproul. Bothered by Urbanski. Now it's Poggle on the left side. Over to Sproul. Shot does not go. Newer rebounds. Still doesn't go. And Grasso rebounds for Little Falls.
There's Sue Crumpetich. It looked like they were putting ice on her knee, Chris.
No, I think they've had a little ice on her ankle, and if she can walk on it, I think she'll be all right. All she needs to do is probably just get it taped a little bit, and then she'll be back in the game.
Be a big lift for Hopkins Lindbergh. Grasso shoots over Newer and scores. Leon Grasso with 23 points. Now down to Hoker. Off on the right side to Poggle. Sproul. Grasso rebounds. And foul.
And the Lindbergh section loves it. And it was Sally Camp going down again with the offensive foul called on Grasso. There's the battle underneath. Newer's shot. And Grasso came down on top of Sally Camp.
.26 to play. We're tied 47-47. The mat is not filled, but it is noisy. Cam grabs her own rebound. Poggle puts it up and scores. Amy Poggle has 10. 49-47. Lindbergh leads by 2. Now for Little Falls. Bozen off to Melby. Now to Keller. Back for Melby again. To Keller. Keller taking it on the inside, muscling her way to the bucket, but she traveled. 3-5-8 to play. 49-47 for Hopkins. Lindbergh over Little Falls. The winner in the championship game here at the Met tomorrow night at approximately 8:45 as Crumpetich continues to get ready over on the Hopkins-Lindbergh bench. Stolen by Keller. Keller's shot is up. Bozen reached over the back, and I think she picked up a foul. Yep. Her third, fourth team foul against Little Falls here in the second half.
There's Keller on the drive. Too much on the shot there, or too little, and there Bozen got an elbow on the back of Poggle.
Fourth team foul. So it'll be played in by Little Falls with 3:54 to play in the ball game. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor with 3:54 to go. And the score, Hopkins-Lindbergh 49, Little Falls 47.
With a hug of protection this winter from Crandall Home Improvement. Squeeze the most out of your insulating dollar with Polar Foam or cellulose insulation. Water repellent and a Class A building material, Polar Foam will keep your home comfortable all year long. Ask Crandall about attic vents and blow-in cellulose insulation for ceilings and walls. They'll give you free estimates on all work. Call them soon. Crandall Home Improvement in Long Prairie, Park Rapids, and Bemidji.
There's the Little Falls Flyers bench gathered around. Listening to head coach Gary Gould, and there we look at Lindbergh. 2-point ball game, 49-47 in favor of Lindbergh. You can see, you don't see Sue Crumpetich in your picture, but there's a little bit of debate as to whether or not she'll be back in. It looked like a severe sprain. She was walking up and down, Coach Dale Anderson talking to her, trying to see if she was ready. Now she's getting a wrap on the knee.
Lindbergh's biggest hit, by the way, was 7 points. That occurred 5 times during the third quarter. Lindbergh right now has just a 2-point lead with 3:54 to go. They do have the ball, however, as it comes into Julie Sproul. Sproul clearing off now to Sally Camp. Camp goes across to the 10-second line. Sproul. Back to Poggle. To Sproul. Big bucket. Sproul now has 10. And it's 51-47. Now it's time for a big bucket from Little Falls. So the Keller comes down. Peggy Urbanski. Off to Carol Boson. Boson along the baseline. Puts it up. And it falls in. Carol Boson has 6. And it's down to a 2-point ball game again. Boson just missed the steal. Amy Poggle working her way through 4 purple shirts.
Less than 3 minutes now.
Off to Cam. Cam cans it, and Competence is getting set to come back in the ball game. But
I really didn't think we'd see her again. So I couldn't tell if she was crying from the pain of the injury or crying because she thought she would be able to play again.
Brasso got that shot off. Looked like she was fouled, but no whistle.
I think she forced her shot just a little bit.
And she was pumped. Battles Urbanski. She walked. Now Betty Spillum, 43, checks in, and 2. Trumpet checks in, 2. Was fouled in there by Sue Newer. Newer's first, 16 foul. And Mary Boson will go to the line, the 5'7" junior. Boson has 6 points for the afternoon, all of them coming here in the second half. Remains 53-49 for Hopkins Lindbergh, 1:58 to play. Boson with 7. Trumpet gets set to play it in now for the Flyers. In the backcourt to Sally Cam. Off to Trumpet. Moving it down on a Sproul. Sproul is stopped. Nice play by Keller on a bounce. Played back in by who? By the purple team. Great play by Keller. They need an all-important bucket. Mary Boson. Tossing it to Tina Keller. There's Tina. Off to Boson. Back to Keller. Now to Urbanski. Boson in the corner. Working it into Grosso. Grosso shoots it up and scores. 25 points for Leanne Grosso. Mary Boson almost had a steal. Lindbergh still has the 1-point lead, 53-52. Oh, there goes the D again. Minute and 15 seconds.
As soon as she tried to turn on it, gave away. Here's the play.
It just crumbles. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to play. Trumpet being worked on again. 53-52 in favor of Hopkins Lindbergh. And their unofficial scoring thus far, Julie Sproul has 10. Sally Cam has 11, Julie Grimm has 11, Amy Poggle has 10, and Sue Trumpet has 8 points, and she is down on the floor right now, also Sue Newer at 3. For Little Falls, it's Peggy Urbanski with 2, Betty Spillum has 4, Leanne Grosso has 25, Tina Keller has 12, Mary Boson has 7, and Marie Bannock has 2.
And a tearful moment for really everyone in the building. Sue Trumpet in great pain as she leaves the court, and the Little Falls fan standing up across the way giving her a standing ovation. Once again, here's the play.
we'll see her tomorrow. It'll go all to 4 tomorrow.
I would not think they'd take a chance on a knee injury like that, but it's a very sensitive area.
So Lindbergh, Julie Grimm there, 53, followed the ball game quite a while ago, but they hung on to their lead, 53-52, 1:15 to play in the ball game. And Little Falls has trailed all the way. But they're only 1 point down with 1:15 to play. Don't forget our second game here this afternoon will feature Hillsbury. 19-4. Is unbeaten, as is Albany, as is Austin Butelli, and New York Hills. The other team has lost but once. So 4 teams with a combined total of 1 loss on our television schedule tonight, starting at 7 o'clock at 8. 1:15 to go in this one, 53-52 for Hopkins Lindbergh. They control the tip. Foul is fouled by Urbanski. Urbanski's first foul, 15 foul. The foul is on the line, and she'll be shooting 2.
Well, the hands are on the ball, but you can see her arms catching the upper part of Sproul's body, and he got fouled.
Sproul for the afternoon has 10 points, 6 of them coming here in the second half. This is her first trip to the free throw line. She had 5 points yesterday against Burnsville. Average is 7.9. Her big game this year was 17.
If you have any bigger free throws in this one.
Rebound is grabbed by Mary Lozen. Little Falls can take the lead. 1:05 to play. Dana Keller. Off now to Urbanski. Inside to Grasso. Grasso has 27, and Little Falls is in the lead, 54-53. Lindbergh, -2 starters. Down by 1, 45 seconds to go. Cam takes it away, and it's taken away by Keller. Keller goes back the other way. She probably slow it down. Here we go into the free throw line. Foul apparently by Hopkins.
Because of the excitement here by the Little Falls cheering section, they finally take the lead, and there's Chicago with the foul. What she had to do to prevent Keller from getting the layup.
Well, we're going to have a timeout. Looking at it right here. 36 seconds to play. There's the situation. Little Falls up by 1. At the line, shooting 1 and 1. Will be Mary Moses, the 5'7" junior.
I think one thing Coach Gould wants to do right here is make sure his players are calm. They've got a 1-point lead. If she would make the free throw, they're going to be up by 2. She has another chance to make them up by 3. They come down, just play good hard defense. They won't foul. Just control the offense. One thing that Lindbergh's going to have to do, if she makes the free throws, come down, look to go to the franchise with a guard and outside shooting. If the ball goes up and goes over the board, she gets the rebound, try to get the second shot.
There's the 4, which is empty now, and Little Falls going against Hopkins Lindbergh. One team will win and advance to the championship game. They're certainly happy to feel for Lindbergh, trying to come back in the game. Trying to hold on here in the fourth quarter, now trying to come from behind -2 starters.
I think you're doing a fine job. I think Sue Linder is doing a very fine job on the end, also inside. On defense and on offense, she's getting a lot of boards. Starting to break and doing a fine job inside.
Well, let's see what Mary Moses can do with these free throws. Mary has an 8.4 average. 18 points was her high game. She's getting set out at center court. Lindbergh coming back on. Now they get the pressure on them. Down by 1 with 36 seconds to go. They've got to wait to see what Moses does in the charity stripe first. They're down to that 10th time. When you get to these state tournaments, 1 loss and you're out as far as the championship is concerned. And Mary Wilson, that's not Wilson, that's Keller that's going to shoot the 1-1. Keller shot it right in. So Keller has 13 points. And it's a 2-point lead now, 55-53 for Little Falls. Now another timeout to talk things over.
I think we're called
you about that. I assume on some players it works. That's my theory. On some players it may work. On other players, I think they can call 20 timeouts, and it's not going to make any difference.
Yes, they can. I think it is so in the boys' world, but in the girls' world, the competition is so new, the intensity, there's so much people here, excitement and everything, that when you have a minute to think about a free throw that you have to make maybe to win the game, to put you in the finals of the state tournament, that has, it has a lot of things that can happen in your mind in that 1 minute span.
Does that hold true for even like the Kelly Skalickis, the Janet Carpenens of the world?
Well, not so much with those two, because they're so confident in their shooting ability, and they do shoot so well that they really can think about what the coach is saying and then go back right up to the line and shoot the ball.
I was going to say that Keller reminds me of Skalicky a little bit, the way she kind of takes charge out there and shows a lot of emotion and really is the person on the team that controls everything.
Now she got some encouraging words there from Mary Vosen. Now we'll step to the free throw line. You get all the encouraging words you want. When you step to the line, you go there all by yourself.
And any thought that could enter your mind in that minute, I think would have to be in a coach's favor, increasing the odds of giving you trouble at the free throw line. They're just trying to get her to think about something else.
They don't want her to think about anything else. They just want her to think about the free throw, and it doesn't do any good. Now it's a big chore facing Lindbergh, down by 3. Ahead now to Holker. Holker down the left side, tried to force it in. Picked off by Grasso. Grasso starts back the other way.
I think you're going to see him pull out and sit on the ball.
Everything is now in favor of Little Falls.
Now you're seeing Lindbergh. They came out of their zone right into a man defense.
And Sproul will pick up the foul. Being helped up there by teammate Sue Newer. 17 seconds to play.
Boy, and Lindbergh is just a picture of, just a picture worth 1,000 words, or however many words you can say. The whole bench is just in tears over there.
Game has been tied only 4 times. Hopkins Lindbergh led from when 5:02 was left in the first quarter to 52 seconds were left in the game. When Little Falls took the lead for only the second time. They drove just about all the way, as we told you. They're up now, though, 57-53, and they have it pretty well in hand as Hopkins Lindbergh, minus 2 starters, have played much of the way without Grimm. Tina Keller now has 16 points. Amy Poggle takes it on the inside, puts it up, goes after the rebound. We're going to have a jump, 6 seconds to play. But it's just about over for Lindbergh, and it looks like Little Falls will be in the championship game against the winner of Hill Murray and Minneapolis North, while Hopkins Lindbergh will move into the battle for 3rd place. Off to Vosen, ahead for Keller. Keller pops it up, shot is blocked, grabs the rebound, there's the horn, and that is the ball game. And it will be Little Falls in the championship game as they defeat Lindbergh 58-53. And in the basketball sense, they live to see another day. They live to see a championship game tomorrow. They'll be the winner of Hill Murray going against Minneapolis North. And what a sad ending for Hopkins Lindbergh. They lost their opener to St. Francis 53-43. They have not lost since the opener. They won every one of them all the way through the opening round of this tournament. Led most of the way in this one. Got Julie Grimm in foul trouble. She left. They still held the lead. But then, when the starters of competition went down with a knee injury, she came back, tried to play, went out again. And minus 2 starters, they just could not hold on to the lead. They failed to score in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the ball game. And Little Falls is the victor, 58-53. While Lindbergh now moves into the title chase as far as 3rd place is concerned. And your observation, Chris?
Well, I think Little Falls came back very strong. Tina Keller did a fine job running the offense, getting the shots when she needed. They got the ball in the end. They went to her strength. She is the strength of the team. She had a definite factor in deciding how the game was going to go. Lindbergh, although they did fall behind right at the end of the game, stayed in the game, played a very fine game. They have nothing to be ashamed of. They're going to play in the consolation game, but when you come to the state tournament and you make it to the semifinals, you're a winner no matter what happens.
I think any team that shows up here is a winner. You got to keep in mind we have bring in 16 schools, only 2 of them can go home with state champions, and you certainly wouldn't brand the other 14 losers. Everybody, I think, is richer for the experience, and that is what the whole thing is all about. Well, Jim Gilliland is standing by with a happy man, so let's check in with Jimmy.
We're with Jerry Cool, the victorious head coach of Little Falls, and coach, it was an uphill battle all the way today against Lindbergh. They were ahead for most of the game, and your strategy seemed to be to get inside to Leanne no matter who she had to go against, even if it was the 6'4" player.
Yes, we were used to going against tall people. That was a very good gal there. She put a lot of pressure on Leanne, but Leanne, it's too hard to stop by one person, and she's just a super gal. She didn't have her game yesterday as far as scoring, but she's just a dominating factor on that board.
Got Julie Grimm in early foul trouble. She had 3, and then came out in the second half. Was a strategy specifically to try and get her in trouble then in the second half when you knew she already had 3 fouls?
Yes, we had to go and try to get her out of there because, well, she's tough when she gets underneath that. Within 6-8 feet, she's deadly underneath there, and we knew this, so we knew we had to keep her out of there.
It seemed that you weren't quite getting the outside shooting in the first half. What adjustments did you make at halftime?
Well, I told the girls that they're putting a little more pressure on the inside, so it should be open out there. And of course, they're such good shooters. That's one thing about our club. We have 5 good ball players when they're out there.
Any preference or any report on these 2 teams coming up to play in the championship game? You either meet Hill Murray or North.
Well, I say they both are a good team, so we're really going to have to watch this game and then go back and analyze it a little bit there.
Congratulations, Jerry. Good luck tomorrow night's championship.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Okay, Jerry Cool, head coach of Little Falls. As we say, they'll meet the winner of the North Hill Murray game. Bob, the drums are getting to me. Take it back.
Okay, Jimmy, we got some good news, too, we'd like to pass along. Sue Krumpetich is resting comfortably underneath the mat here in one of the training rooms. Her father is with her. Her coach is with her. And the doctors are in there. It is not serious. At the worst, it is going to be a sprain, but there's nothing torn, so that is certainly good news. And this is the 1980 Minnesota State High School.
But we also have the Little Falls cheering section with us when Coach Jerry Cool is the recipient of some generous support.